Let's move on towards our next discussion. But before moving on towards the discussion, I would like you to have a look at this particular structure which I had discussed in the previous lecture, that this is disparlure, and this is the sex pheromone of the gypsy moth, Porthetria dispar. Okay, Porthetria dispar. This is sex pheromone of gypsy moth, and the scientific name of gypsy moth is Porthetria dispar. This we had learnt in the previous lecture. This particular structure we had already learnt in the previous lecture. Okay, so no need to look at it now. We will look at this particular structure now. Okay, so olean, olean, sex pheromone of the olive fly. Okay, now this is sex pheromone of the olive fly. Okay, backroad Bactrocera. Actually, this is spelling written over here in Clayden's book. This particular spelling written in Clayden's book is wrong. The correct spelling is this. Correct spelling is Bacro, Bacro, Bactro. Okay. Correct spelling is Bactrocera. Bactrocera is the correct spelling. Okay. Bactrocera oleae. Okay. Oleae. So in the second edition of Clayton's book, T is missing in this word. Okay, so Bactrocera oleae. Okay, that is the real name. Okay, similarly, Portheria is given in the book, but it is Porthetria, Thetria. Okay, so instead of Porthetria must be there. So one mistake over here in this word and another mistake in this word. These two mistakes are there in the Clayden's second edition book. Okay, so you must correct these mistakes. Now this is the sex pheromone of olive fly. Now what is olive fly? How does olive fly look like? Okay, so olive fly looks something like this. This is female olive fly. This is female olive fly. Okay, so it looks something like this. And male olive fly looks something like this. Okay, so the legs, there is difference in legs. Okay, so male olive fly has such legs, this kind of spreaded legs. Male olive fly has spreaded legs like this, and female olive fly does not have spreaded legs. The legs are not spreaded for female olive fly. Okay, so this is olive fly. This is also olive fly. So this is the sex pheromone. Now what does it mean by pheromone? I have already told you in the previous lectures. If you haven't watched the previous lectures, then you won't understand what is pheromone. I have already told you what is pheromone in the previous lectures. So no need to tell once again what is pheromone. Okay. So olean, this is olean, and it is the olean. It is the sex pheromone of olive fly, Bactrocera oleae. Okay. Now this was example where female gives this disparlure. Disparlure is an example of pheromone given out by female. Okay, disparlure is a example of sex pheromone given out by female. But this olean is given out by both male as well as female. So let us see what. Now this is the, now have a look at this figure before moving on. Have a look at this figure. This figure is olean's figure. Okay, this is olean's figure. Okay, so the way now this is two-dimensional drawing of olean. This is two-dimensional drawing of olean, but this is the three-dimensional drawing of olean. Okay, so this figure and this figure, these two are three-dimensional drawings of olean. Now this mirror image isomer, this mirror image isomer attracts male olive flies. Okay, this particular mirror image isomer attracts male olive flies. Okay, it is given out by female and it attracts male. This is given out by females and it attracts males. Okay, and this is given out by males and it attracts female. This mirror image isomer attracts female olive flies. This mirror image isomer attracts male olive flies. Okay, so this is given out by females and it is given out by females and it attracts males. This is given out by males and it attracts female. Okay, so it is saying that don't suppose that the females always do all the work. It is not like that. Although in the previous lecture when we had learned this thing, we felt that only females do all the work of releasing the sex pheromone. Okay, so releasing the sex pheromone, it is not restricted to females only. Sometimes male can also release sex pheromone. Sometimes males can also release sex pheromone. Okay, both male and female olive flies. So both male and female olive flies produce pheromones that attract the other sex. Okay, so for example, we have given here the example that this is released by females, this is released by males, this attracts males, this attracts females. Okay, so both male and female olive flies produce pheromones like this that attract the other sex. Other sex means opposite sex. Okay, other sex means opposite sex. The remarkable thing is that one mirror image of the molecule, so I have already told you, the remarkable thing is that one mirror image of the molecule attracts the males. So this mirror image attracts the males. Okay, while the other mirror image of the same compound, other mirror image of the same compound, okay, attracts the females. So this mirror image attracts females, this mirror image attracts males. So that is what is written in the sentence, that while the other attracts the females. Okay, mirror image isomers of a molecule. Now this discussion is over. Discussion on olive flies. These are olive flies. This is olive fly, female olive fly, and this is male olive fly. Okay, so the discussion on olive flies is over now. The discussion on olive flies is over, and now we are moving on towards the discussion on elephant. We are moving towards the discussion on elephant. Okay, mirror image isomers of a molecule called frontalin. So how does the frontalin molecule looks like? So frontalin molecules, FRONTALIN, frontalin. Okay, so this is frontalin molecule, and this is also frontalin molecule. Okay, now these are mirror images of each other. These and these are mirror images of the same compound frontalin. So these are isomers of each other. And both of them are the same compound frontalin, but these are isomers of each other. Now this particular mirror image isomer smells of young male elephant. Okay, this mirror image isomer smells of young male elephant, and this mirror image isomer smells of old male elephant. Okay, so if someone is a female elephant, if you are a female elephant, okay, if you are a female elephant, you can clearly detect the smell. You can clearly detect the smell and tell that this particular compound smells like young male elephant, and this particular compound smells like old male elephant. Although both of them are the same compound, but they are isomers of each other. These and these are mirror image isomers of each other. Okay, so this smells of young male elephant, this smells of old male elephant, and the female elephant is clearly able to tell whether the male elephant is young or whether the male elephant is old. Okay, whether the male elephant is young or whether the male elephant is old, the female elephant is clearly able to tell this based on the difference in smell of these two compounds. Okay, based on the difference in smell of these two isomers. Okay, mirror image isomers of a molecule called frontalin. So this is a molecule called as frontalin, are also emitted by male elephants. Okay, so male elephants emit this particular molecule. Okay, female elephants can tell the age. Okay, so based on how much amount this is being produced, and in how much amount this is being produced. Okay, in how much amount its smell is prevalent, and in how much amount its smell is prevalent. Okay, so its smell, in how much amount it is prevalent, and its smell also in how much amount it is prevalent. Based on that, female elements can tell the age and can appeal of a potential mate from the amount of each isomer he produces. Okay, so female elephants can tell the age also and can appeal of a potential mate, that is sex. Mate means for sex purpose. for having sex, okay, for having sex and getting young ones, for having sex and getting young ones, that is offsprings, okay, offsprings, offsprings, okay. For that purpose mate is required, for that purpose mate is required, okay, for that purpose mate is required, okay. So female elephants can clearly tell the age also and can appeal of a potential mate, from the amount of each isomer that mate produces, from the amount of each isomer he produces. So young male elephant will produce this in larger amount, okay. Young elephant will produce this in large amount, this in small amount. Young elephant will produce this in large amount and this in small amount. Whereas old male elephant, old male elephant will produce this in small amount and this in large amount. Okay. So this is the thing. This is the difference between young male elephant and old male elephant. This is the difference between young male elephant and old male elephant. So female elephant is clearly able to tell this.